Hello everyone, this is Josiah again on Each One Teach One. Today I'm gonna continue where I stopped off on a day 5 in the class. On a day 5 in the class, we were trying to show how to do CI/CD, which is a very big part of DevOps in the cloud, especially when you are working in the cloud and you have developers who are working with you, and you are tasked with providing them with a CI/CD or just a CD continuous delivery using either you're using Fargate or you're using anything else like you have an EC2 and you want to do a continuous delivery with that using GitHub or Jenkins, especially GitHub Actions. And today I'm going to show you some of the steps that you need to do the ones with GitHub Actions. And the reason why I'm focusing on the one with the GitHub Actions is because we find that a lot of groups are working disparately from one another in various parts of the world. And because of that, there's a reason for us to address them using GitHub as a part of their work. And at the same time, we don't want when changes are made to affect the whole production, even way before our code review is done. So we want to make sure that everything is done well, and right from the very beginning to the end, where the code goes into production. Anyway, before we continue, I'd like you guys to know that this is provided by Each One. The training is provided by Each One Teach One, which is supported by Lockdown LLC. What Each One Teach One does is very simple. It bridges the gap between the mentors and the mentees in the continent by teaching, educating, emotionally supporting, and creating the awareness as well as giving gainful employment to the youths. So if you're new to this program, go ahead and subscribe. This is the continuation of the actually the day 5 of the iFACT, or what we call IT Foundation and AWS Cloud Training. iFACT, okay? That's the forward-looking name for the program. So now we're going to start off. I hope you can see my screen. Let me share my screen with you guys. Just give me a few minutes here. We'll have to share the screen. It won't take long. It'll be over before you know it. There are a few things that I wanted to share. This is one of them. Why business use the cloud. So last time also I wanted to talk about why the businesses use the cloud. So this is a great opportunity to show that the businesses use the cloud because cloud offers a lot of advantage. For instance, computing is in the cloud, networking is in the cloud, storage is in the cloud, database and resources there in the cloud. The businesses don't have to buy any given hardware at any point at any time. So the total cost of ownership is awesome. Over a short period of time, the money is always going to be recovered. And to start off in the cloud is most of the time free with AWS. And you can also have your email server in the cloud, mobile development, analytics, and security, and so on and so forth. So these are some of the highlights, and you can check it out for yourself while I go ahead and find what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. This is a GitHub repository, the one that I created, which we're gonna have running. And these are some of the stuff we don't need. We're gonna cancel them out. And we are also gonna go to GitHub repository and CI/CD container. Okay, this one is what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna bring up the screen so you guys can share with me. Okay. So let's say join here. And once you joined up, you're just gonna go ahead and blow it up as you joined. And we'll go back here and cancel this one. So we're gonna use this one. So we join. Let's have our feedback. And then we join in now. So I'm gonna share the screen on my left, which is my main screen, so that you guys can be a part of the program. And I'm gonna allow this. And voila, we're in business. So I'm selecting screen number 1, allow that. So this is what we're going to do today. We are going to work on this. Okay, this is what we're gonna work on: continuous delivery of container application to AWS Fargate with GitHub Actions. And to start off this process, you need to download and install AWS CLI. AWS CLI is the command line interface that's necessary that you're gonna need to be able to interact with the services or microservices you are going to build at the back end. Therefore, there's a need for you to stand up an EC2. And we will go ahead and stand up an EC2 as well moving forward. So let's get started. We might have a little problem here because my battery is down. Well, the primary authentication device that I have is down, and maybe we'll skip the AWS standing up the EC2, okay, for now. So when the battery charges up a little bit more, we can go back and do it. So right now we're not going to use it, but basically you need an AWS. Probably that's where you're going to have your repository. That's your code base is going to be there. And now you're going to use Fargate to be able to work with the everybody that have GitHub account and sharing one particular repository in a remote location. That will be the one in GitHub. And whatever, however, you have a local one, which in this case is going to be EC2 in the cloud, and also the source code for maybe a website you want to stand up for a microservice, just a website that you want it to be just a static website, which in this case will involve S3 bucket and so on and so forth. So moving forward, what we're going to do basically is to help you with installing the AWS CLI, which is very easy. I've already downloaded AWS CLI here, as you can see. All you have to do is run the installation. It's an MSI file extension. Once you run it, you should be okay. Once you run it, you should be fine. I need to do one more thing. Okay, this is what you run, that MSI file right there. But before I move forward, I would like to get an extension, get the link for that, so that you know what we are doing. So to install the CLI, I will provide you with this document immediately. Okay. So everything that we are doing, at least we know what we are doing. We're not just coming up with things. Okay. So you can find everything you need right here. The documents is right here. Okay. So right here, this is installing the AWS CLI version. You can install it in containers like Docker, etc. and etc. However, you can also install it in Windows environment, Linux, and Mac OS. So we're gonna do Windows, and I've shown you. I've downloaded. I think 64-bit. That's what I downloaded, and I went through this process here. I checked the prerequisite, and I went through the process, downloaded it, which is easy, and then run the download and check to see if the program file is what it says it is. Like right here, I can actually copy this and go here to check it. It's not complicated, it's just easy. So I come here and I just paste that. Okay, I paste it and I go forward. So basically, it seems like it makes sense. Like CWI is right here. See, it's right here. Open it up, and that's what it is. That's where it is. So that's not a problem at all. So we go back in here and here. Okay, go back where we came from. That's good. And then we go to confirm installation. Okay, you go to start menu. You do CMD. This is after installation. Okay, you do CMD. What you want to do is to check the version AWS. You want to check the version here. So if you have it installed, you should see the version at least when you run this command here. Okay, as you can see, we have the version 2.0.26, and it also showing us Python version 3.7.7, and it's showing us Windows operating system, the boot core it's showing us that we have Windows 10, as I said. So this looks good. So once we've done this, we check the version, check. We're not uninstalling it, so this part is completed. Okay. If you have difficulties or anything, make sure you edit the. If you have difficulty, you want to installing it and running it. Make sure you check environmental variables. Go to my computer like so, and you go to properties, and you go to property. Once you go to properties, you need to have these environmental variables configured, meaning you have to take where the executable bin file is for this and put it in the path. The path is right here. I think I've already done this, but what I can do is I can show you where I put it. So as you can see, it's right here. I think I have 2 of them, so it is wise to remove one. I don't know why I have 2 of them, but it's wise to remove one. Doesn't make sense to have 2 of them. Right? Okay, so I removed one. I removed one of them. So that's in the environmental variable. So I'll go ahead and check to see if what I've done makes sense by removing that one. So I'll check the version again to see if it works. It does work. It does work. So this is good. So now what we need to do is to go back to the instructions on doing the continuous delivery of container application to AWS Fargate with GitHub Actions. Next thing we need to do now is to set up a GitHub account if we don't have one. Apparently, I have one, and what I'm going to do now is I am going to set one up for myself to be able to carry out this activity. So let's move forward here. This is my GitHub account. Let's hope that I remember the password. I hope I do. Confirm password. Okay. So I did. It opened up. So let's take a look. I've already created a repository called Cloud Movement. That's the name. That's the code name for the class we're taking. We're doing right now. As you can see, I make sure I put the README file. This is the remote location for whatever we're gonna whatever source code we're gonna build. This is the remote location right here. As you can see, there's only one branch here, actually 2 commits, because it's in a wider part. This is one of the wider repositories that I have. So as you can see, I have other stuff on there. Okay, I have various other stuff. Yeah, but when I go to repository, I can pretty much open it. This is it. And when I go to the settings for this repository, I can pretty much invite people in it. Like, let's click on that. So if I go to settings here, I can invite anybody that I want. Let me show you guys the settings, just in case. Okay. So this is what I already have. I created this cloud movement already before this. And this is what we call remote repository. So this is going to be our remote repository. This simply means that whatever we have, source code that we have built in the build from the AWS EC2 or S3 bucket or whenever we have that source code set up, it will be reflected here once it's configured appropriately, so that it will basically build the process, and it will point to whatever that is needed to have the process built. So whenever the change is made on the other side, it will also be reflected here. That simply also means that when the people make the changes in their GitHub repository, as long as they are contributors to this one repository, it will be reflected all around, even before the production, because everybody will see it. Okay, it's not the same time, but it will be reflected. That's the importance of doing continuous delivery and continuous integration, which it enhances the life cycle of any project or software development. Okay, this is that here. So if you go to settings, you can see where you can invite other people to be a part of the repo. Like here, manage access. If you go here, you can, invite collaborators. I don't know anybody. Maybe let me see one of the students team members here. If anybody else? Okay, nobody is in here yet. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and do what we need to do. So we're gonna go step by step with this. So just to give you a little bit of overview, so in what we are trying to do, you can also, there are other ways to do it. Okay, to creating the pipeline. So the DevOps engineers can easily set up continuous delivery pipelines in their code repository. You can use code build, or you can also use Jenkins. But in this case, we're focusing on GitHub repository. So we are deploying container workloads to Amazon Elastic Container Service, ECS, and AWS Fargate. So if you don't want to manage the overhead of managing all this container, then you have to use AWS Fargate, which is serverless. Okay, so to use that, you need GitHub Action. So we're gonna demonstrate how all these things are put together. If we don't finish it today, we'll try to start from where we stopped. Okay. So the reason for containers is because they are PAS, JVM, and you don't have to worry about the overheads and all that kind of stuff in buying machines. So you use containers because you can have one physical machine that can host many nodes in a container. So the node becomes a very big part of what we're about to do. So you need also a registry. You need Elastic. You need the ECR, which is also Container System Registry. You need that. And the ECGate is if you don't need to manage all this complicated stuff, as you can see here, Elastic Container Service, Amazon Elastic Kubernetes Service. Basically, the management part of it, if you don't want it, then you have to go Fargate. All right. So you do your hosting with EC2, then instead of this EC2, then you do Fargate, and you're good. And then you need this one here, Amazon Elastic Container Registry. So why the continuous integration and continuous delivery? Very simple. You want the changes in code to be reflected all across even before production. That way, if there's any change in the code, it will not break whatever that's in the production. And it guarantees that people have looked into it, went through the process, and even before code review, you know in the build process, when you are building the process to create a pipeline for taking it over to the remote location or from remote location to the code base, which is in the local, then you already know it's not going to break anything. So that uniformity is what is needed, okay? All through uniformity is needed because you don't want to have different platforms, different environments that could cause problems. So to start off, step by step, okay, I forgot something. Why GitHub Actions? So if your code repository is on GitHub, okay, if your repo is on GitHub, you need to use GitHub Action. If your code repository is on GitHub, GitHub Action provides a very convenient way to execute CI/CD. It provides action hooks like pull when pull requests are made and push when commits are pushed to your repository. These action hooks can be connected so that when an action occurs, the appropriate workflows run with GitHub. A workflow is composed of multiple actions, and some of these actions are provided in the GitHub account right here. So I click on it, we can actually go there, which is right here. They are all there. All these GitHub let's go back. Okay, so we'll go here. I think we go to that one, and I'll scroll back to get back to where we were. Okay, maybe that's not the one we want, but let me find the one we want. Okay. Okay. We don't want this one. I think I've made a little bit of mistake here. We're done with this, so let's get rid of that. Okay, these are the GitHub Actions, okay? And this is our GitHub actually. And then signing in was a problem. We'll get back to it. We don't need this one. GitHub Action. So okay, let me go back, and I think something has gone wrong. Let me go back and get. So for some reason I canceled out without knowing when I canceled. Okay. Okay. All right, this is what I was looking for. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna copy that. I will not talk about it again. Maybe okay. I have all the stuff that I need here. Let's roll. Okay. So the step-by-step. The reason why I wanted the EC2, just in case we ended up doing CI/CD, where we want to host a website and stuff like that, we want to manage it through that way too, instead of doing the GitHub. So I'm doing the GitHub one first, and we do the other one later. Okay. So the first step is to download and set up AWS CLI, which we've done, and then the next step is to create the ECR repository with a command like the ones below, where the name of your repository is this, then so that's what we need to do. Okay, so again, start up with this guide. So let's go follow the guide here and see what they are talking about. Amazon Elastic Container. Okay, register authorization token repository. Amazon ECR repository. Okay, that one we need to set up. Repository concept, creating a repository. Repository, So creating a repository, we go here. From navigation bar, repository, create repository. Tag image, build to create repository. Okay. Choose region to create repository. Okay, so this means that for some reason we cannot avoid this. We need to log in to the console. So let's see here. The problem is going to be my phone, like I mentioned before. The problem is going to be my phone to charge up. So basically now I'm gonna try to get you guys to understand how the CLI works and how I can use my credential to set this CLI, to set up the AWS CLI up before I continue. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go on and configure the CLI, and so I'm gonna do AWS configure. I do AWS configure. Okay. And I do have, I think I have a root access key and secret key somewhere. Let me find them. So this is the last part of this. I'm gonna just finish with this, and we're gonna continue from here. So what are the steps to configure AWS CLI? That's the first step. We're gonna finalize that right now. Okay. So I'm gonna go find a CVS file that contains what I'm looking for. Hopefully it's somewhere here. Maybe I should find it in download. Yeah, should be in download. CVS file .cvs. .cvs should be here. If I look carefully, I should be able to find it. CVS, right? Okay. Let's see. What date is on there? February 16th. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that will help. That's a user CVS. I think it's going to have a secret key and access key in there. If it does have that, then we're in business. If it doesn't have it, then we're out of business. But I'm confident that something is there. Let's look. Secret and access key, you can always change them. You can change them as you get them, weekly, daily, it's up to you. So those days are gone when you're scared that if somebody get it, they can do this or do that. Yeah, they can do according to what permission they have in IAM, okay? But never ever release your secret and access key for root anyway. That's why the root is not used to log in into the console. The whole idea is to cut down the use of root account to log in into the console or do anything on it. So basically, the file just opened. And I think the date on the file, that file is very old. It doesn't even apply to the right. No, it doesn't apply to the right one. Because I'm looking at the name, the link is not the same. So let's try another CVS file. CVS file should be here alone. It should be in the download. Because let's say new user underscore new user. So let's see what we find. I wasn't expecting it to be this way because I really don't like planning stuff. I really like to do it to get it done so that it can show efficiency or deficiency, whichever way. So that way you can always be working on getting better. Yes, okay. Oh, CSV, sorry, the CSV file. Okay, this is I think this is 16th, this is 2020. Oh, no. This is that. This one looks like a new one. Let me try this one. I have something we need in there. That one 22nd, the other one is on the 16th. Not saving that. It doesn't have the same name. Okay, this one has the same name, but that's a problem. It doesn't have what I'm looking for. Okay, let me try this one. Aha! I like this one I'm opening up. Let's see if it's the same as the other one. Just to let you guys know, this is what I was looking at. And this is the server, this is the AWS account I want to get into. This one here, so they're not the same. So I can't do that. So the problem I have now is my phone, which is primary authentication device, is not coming on. It is not coming on. So this is dampening our process, guys. It's making it look like a joke. It's making it look like a big joke. I did it yesterday. Let me see if I can get something. Really, there's nothing here for me to get. Maybe when I downloaded this, I was able to install stuff. Let me see. Okay, I got somebody's credential. Let's use this credential, guys. Let's use that credential. I can always reset the credential for them, okay? I don't want to waste you guys' time. So there's a credential here that I found. Yeah, let's use this credential, all right? So in this credential, we have the secret key and we have the access key, which is right here. We have the access key and we have the secret key. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we are going to, whatever we're going to do, whether it's an S3 bucket or anything, this is gonna be the credentials we're gonna use to get to that. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do this. So like we already typed in right here, AWS configure, right? You're configuring the CLI to use that access key and secret key. So you're gonna copy this here. You're gonna copy this and you go here. It says AWS access key ID. Boom. Yeah, true. And then it's gonna ask you something here. It's gonna ask you the secret key. You're gonna do that. Control V. Okay, we didn't get that. So let's go back. Something must have happened. Okay, we took that. We come back here. We put it. We go in there. So region. I think it's US West to US East. I think it's US East 2A. I think US East 2A. Okay, so you move on. Default output format. So let's do JSON. Okay, so that's done. So now, from now, whatever command that you want to use, maybe you want to, continue in the process. Now you can actually do that. So now let's take this away and go back to what we're doing. I know I didn't show you guys all the actions, but GitHub Actions. These are all the actions here. You see. This one is ECS deploy task definition, Amazon ECR login, all of that. Configure AWS credential. We just did this one. Okay? We just did configure AWS credential. We went through that. Remember, we put all this stuff that you see here. Alright? Okay. So this is a sample YAML file. So what you can do, you can use the action with the AWS available on GitHub hosted environment. You can also run the action multiple times using different account regions in IAM role and GitHub Actions workflow. Okay, but we're gonna do it step by step. We don't want to skip any step. Okay, so that's why you need IAM best practices to be able to do well. Okay, so what I will do now is I'll go back to this one and we're gonna take it step by step. I just want to put everything in one place so it'll be easy for us to handle it. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of that one and go back to this one and I slide this to the side and then I put this here. Alright, so we're gonna have everything right here. So we've configured AWS CLI. We've done that. We haven't configured Amazon ECR, and that we will do next. We've done the step one. Step one is done, but the next step is this. The next one will be create your task definition file. You create that in JSON. Okay, so we'll do that step by step. And set up your Fargate service. We'll do that step by step. I think we've done, we have created a new repo already. I created a new repo, which I showed you guys here. Right here, this is my new repo right here. I don't know if there's anything they need on this repo except for creating the repo which we created and then commit all that. These are the commands that you need to commit and do what you need to do in repo. Okay, then configure secrets. So we have more stuff to do, but we'll stop here now because of my primary authentication device is not working. But remember where we stopped. I'll kind of highlight it for next time. We stopped right here on step one. We didn't do much. but we came down here and we did create the new repository and stuff like that. Thank you guys for watching. It's just again on each one teach one. We'll continue doing what we need to do. We'll continue to the end of this continuous delivery. To the end of the continuous delivery of container application to AWS Fargate with GitHub Actions. Thank you guys again. If you're new to the program, please share these links and let everybody know that we are teaching this class, and it's open and it's free for all the ladies who are interested in learning it. And also, if you are new, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification button, the notification bell, so that every time we have a video stream, you'll be the first to know. So that's it for me. I will show my face one more time before I go here. I'll just click here and we'll stop sharing. We'll stop sharing for a minute. And then everything will be alright. Okay. Let's stop sharing. So we'll stop sharing. Okay, that's me. This is Josiah on Each One Teach One. I'm about to sign off. Thank you guys for giving me a few minutes of your time, and thank all of you guys that's been paying attention to our work. Until next time, Josiah Omezurike on Each One Teach One. This is an iFACT moment. Take care. Bye for now.